Hi and welcome to another KWM tasting vlog here. Today we're doing a Saturno Reserva from Monte in Alentejo in Portugal. So here's Alentejo here. As you can see, it's down in the sort of southern section of Portugal in the interior. This particular wine comes from up here close to Porto Alegre in the northern Alentejo. This is made with 40% Touriga Nacional, 30% Alicante Bouschet and 30% Syrah as an international variety in there as well. So Touriga Nacional, and particularly Alicante Bouschet, would be varieties which would be more common in Alentejo. The Alicante Bouschet being a Tinturia variety, which means that it's got this pink flesh, red flesh and red skin, as opposed to the clear flesh of most red grape varieties. So it's a bit of an unusual one, but very common there. So this particular wine is a blend of that, as I say, aged 50% of it aged for 12 months in French oak, and then it's aged for a couple of months in bottle before release. So these wines come from the Monte estate, which was set up in 2007 to produce sort of larger volume, good value wines. And the company behind it then decided, actually, you know what, we've got some really fantastic terroir here that's way too good to be going into just everyday wines. So this is where the isolated parcels and Saturno Reserve and their single vineyard bottles came out of that. So smaller section of the production. This one here produces around 15,000 bottles a year, so not large production. So immediately when you pour it out, you can see the depth of colour, which is a common thing with Alentejo. That sort of heat down in that southeast corner, warm sort of baked earth sort of area, you would expect a lot of colour to the grape varieties. Now Alicante Bouschet can add a lot of colour to the blend as well. So a nice sort of ruby edge to it, dark core on it as well. As you swirl it around the glass, you can see it's got a little bit of weight on the nose. It's got a lovely richness to the fruit, a touch of coffee, that lovely sweet blackberry style fruit. There's a slight savoury note to it as well. A touch of pepper almost coming in there too. Potentially that's the Syrah. So the barrels in this are medium toast as well. So. Lovely, rich, mouth-filling flavours. It's got fine, sort of grippy tannins to it, so it's got a bit of body to it. Will suit your red meat dishes, perfect with like a barbecue or something like that. Grilled meats. Nice acidity and a long finish to it actually as well. It's a lovely glass of wine. Sometimes Alentejo can produce a lot of sort of international style wines. This has got a little bit more character to it with the Touriga Nacional and Alicante Bouschet. So say a lovely wine with red meats, barbecues, things like that. 15 quid or thereabouts at the moment. A lot of bang for your buck out of Portugal, and that's what Portugal is great at, is bang for buck. Value for money wines out of grape varieties that you haven't really heard tell of much, but they taste great. So if you want to experience some Portuguese wines, have a look at the Monte wines, particularly the Saturno Reserve. You get a lot of value for money in it. And so until next time, cheers.